Hello students, I welcome you all to my class once again. Students, as you know that we have already started chapter number 15, Introduction to Graphs. As the name indicates that in this chapter we have to study different types of graphs. And few graphs we have already studied in our previous classes like bar graph, pictograph and pie chart. Okay, and what we studied in this chapter before this? First of all, we will have a short recap and then we will proceed. So on day 1 we studied Cartesian plane. What are coordinate axes? What is origin? What are quadrants? And what are the coordinates of a point? Means in this I prepared a video in which all these points were explained very well. Okay, so what was that? Cartesian plane is a flat 2D surface. Okay, and coordinate axes are x-axis and y-axis. Origin is the intersection point of both the axes, right? Like this is a Cartesian plane. I am dividing it into 4 sections. This horizontal line is called x-axis. This vertical line is called y-axis. This intersection point is origin. You can see that this whole Cartesian plane is divided into 4 sections. Each section is called quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay, and then we studied how to locate a point using the coordinates. Children, today we will study line graph. Our today's topic is line graph. So what is line graph? Let's study that. What is the definition of line graph? Line graph displays data that changes continuously over periods of time. That means the line graph helps us to display that kind of data which changes continuously over period of time. Means suppose some numbers are there which are changing after some period of time. So for that, the line graph, when we plot the line graph, that is the best suitable visual representation for that data. I am explaining you line graph through an example. Suppose Renu fell sick and her doctor maintained a record of her body temperature taken after every 2 hours. After every 2 hours, her temperature is recorded. So the temperature is recorded from 6 a.m. Suppose her temperature at 6 a.m. is 30 degrees Celsius. At 8 a.m. it is 25 degrees Celsius. At 10 a.m. the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. And at 12 noon the temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. Children, here you can see that after every 2 hours the value of the temperature is changing. Right? So how can we plot a line graph for this data? Let's see. This is our data, time and temperature. Right? Time will be represented on x-axis. Means time will be the title of x-axis. And the temperature will be the title of y-axis. Means first of all we have to give the title of both the axes. Okay, time and temperature. This is also called time temperature graph. Okay, now children, as we have taught you how to locate a point when the coordinates are given, so I will explain you to plot the line graph through that concept only. Okay, so let's see. Children, after giving the title of both the axes, we will write down the numbers given like 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m. and 12 noon. This is a very basic concept, as you know that in your previous classes also you have learned how to write down the numbers on x-axis and y-axis. You know that the numbers should be in the equal gap, right? It's not like this, here we are writing 6, then 7, then 9, then 10, like this. Okay, so the number should be in equal gap, like 6 a.m., 8 a.m. All the numbers are in gap of 2 hours. And same here on y-axis also, the numbers are taken in the interval of 5. You can see that there is a kink over here. Kink means when the difference of first number from 0 is quite different from the difference of these numbers. Okay, so the gap between these numbers are 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, but the difference from 0 to 20 is 20. So this difference is different from the first two numbers. That's why we use kink over here. Right? Now I will be telling you how to plot the line graph using plotting points. So we have to take the pair of first two numbers. First two numbers means first number of time axis, and second number of temperature axis. So 6 and 30. 6 will be taken on x-axis, means its x coordinate, and 30 will be our y coordinate. Okay, so how will you locate a point whose coordinates are 6 and 30? You can see that 6 a.m. is here and 30 is on y-axis over here. So this point is the location of these two coordinates. Means this point is showing the location of the point whose coordinates are 6 and 30. Right? So like this is our first point. Now second is 8 a.m. and 25. This is 8 a.m. and this is 25 on y-axis. So this is the point which shows the location of the point whose coordinates are 8 and 25. Like this, we will plot the third point for 10 and 40 and the fourth point for 12 noon and 35. Okay, like this we got 4 points. This is our first point, second point, third point and fourth point. After getting these points, we have to join them in correct sequence, right? Like this is our first point, this is our second point, third point and fourth point. After joining these points, the graph which we are getting is called a line graph. I hope this is clear, children. Again we will repeat what is line graph. Line graph, a graph that displays data that changes continuously over a period of time. Okay, so the line graph is the best way for this kind of data to show visually, right? I hope you got the concept of line graph. Thank you so much. Thank you.